I'm Michael Sangster, CEO of NAC. Join me and Gale Force Winds for special conversations here at the North American Education Convention.
Well, I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds. What a wonderful time I'm having here in Las Vegas, Nevada at the North America Career Education Convention. Good people doing good work. I want to tell you, these folks understand that education leads to a job at the other end. They are impacting not only the students, but the communities around them in their states and in their provinces. A great collaboration, everybody coming together. On that note, why don't you introduce yourself, tell us what you do.
Well, thanks so much, Alan. It's great to be here. My name is Muraly. I'm the CEO of Computech College, and really excited to be here. This is my second time coming to this event, and it's really nice to meet old friends and also meet some new ones. But as you mentioned, people that are really focused on helping folks get into their right careers.
Talk to me about Computech College. Talk to me about what you guys do.
So Computech's been around since 1991. I bought the college in 2014, and we focus on adult learners. 35 to 45 is our age range. 75% of them are women, and they're all newcomers, so permanent residents or new Canadian citizens. And we really focus on this holistic approach with them. We do things like financial literacy, civic engagement, recognizing that some of them are coming from, countries that are, when you go out to vote, it could be a life or death situation, but now they're in a place like Canada, which has a wonderful opportunity for them to share their voice. So it's not just about, Alan, the hard skills that we do in business, healthcare, technology, programs like cybersecurity, supply chain management, but it's this holistic approach that we really support the learner through.
Where does that come from? Where does that sort of desire to sort of embrace the learner holistically so that you can drop the barriers to their learning? Because that's a different style of approach, isn't it? Where does that come from?
You know what, Alan, for me personally, my mom, when she came to Canada with my dad and my brother, sister, and I, we were all born in the UK, but my parents are from Sri Lanka, and my mom studied and worked as a nurse there. When she came to Canada, she had challenges finding opportunities, my dad as well, so he went to work overseas, and she raised us pretty much on her own. She got into volunteering at a library. They recommended that she go to a private career college to do her ECA, Early Childhood Assistance Program. And it might not make sense to a lot of folks that why would she go from managing 3 kids on her own to more kids? But they weren't her kids.
Yeah.
Not that she didn't take care of them, but there's a difference there. But also she met some colleagues of hers that she was working with that were coming from similar backgrounds as her. And that really boosted her confidence. You could see the change in her. And years later, Alan, when I was in university and in one of my first classes, my mom was beside me in the class, which was absolutely brutal for me personally, but amazing, in hindsight. And it really opened my eyes to, look, age is nothing but a number. You can upgrade your skills at any time in life. Education is a great uplifter, not just in terms of the knowledge that you get, but the confidence that you get. And my mom is tough as hell, so she taught at the college for some time, and now she's retired and traveling the world, enjoying life. But she does come in to really boost the students and show them, look, this is the journey I went on, and not just her, but us as a family were able to go through and benefit being in Canada. And so that came from going back to her journey, people that helped her in the library, people that helped her in the career college, people that volunteered, supported us. We lived in affordable housing. I went to one of the best private schools in Canada, not because we could afford it, but someone provided a bursary program, provided some funding to the school so that I could tap into the bursary program. So these institutions, in my view, that have really nurtured my upbringing in Canada are critical to, in my view, Canadian society. So understanding not just the hard skills you're learning or the soft skills that you're going to need in your workplace, but also understanding the community around you, the importance of that community, how you can tap into them when you need help, but how it's also important for you to give back to those institutions to help others.
What a beautiful and powerful story, and it so perfectly describes why Computech is embracing these students coming in and allowing them to learn in the same fashion that you did, because you truly understand that you're changing people's lives. Your mom's life was changed.
Yes.
Your life was changed. And you're changing lives every single day in your college, as are the folks in this room.
Yes.
Colleges across the border, it doesn't matter. They're changing people's lives. Very powerful stuff. Has the conference been a good point of collaboration for you with colleagues on both sides of the border?
Absolutely. I think, it's nice to have a space where, brothers and sisters in arms, so to speak, can come together and really talk about the challenges that they're facing, especially as business owners. Sometimes you can't always do that, but there's a lot of disruption that is happening in the space today. There's challenges politically in terms of different countries having tough times communicating, but the people are still communicating. The business relationships are still there. And I think that's something to build upon. That's something to celebrate. So this is an opportunity for that. There's a lot of changes happening in AI. So many disruptions in the industry. So I think meeting folks that are in that journey together, are value driven, as we've been talking about, Alan, and learning from them how they're taking on these challenges, I think brings us together as a stronger force.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that. I want to tell you, it's been a pleasure to be in conversation with you. Pleasure learning about your philosophy and your vision, and certainly understanding how well everybody is working together in this space. It is very refreshing. And I want to tell you, Mom, if you're watching this, I hope you're proud, because your son is just a wonderful contribution to this entire ecosystem. And please know that you inspired him to get to where he is today.
Yes. Thank you, Alan. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching Gale Force Wins from Las Vegas. Check out NAC.ca and career.org to learn more about NAC and CQ.